ready to make some noise. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Missouri Tigers, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Missouri ready to kick off. They got us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Texas A&M's offense is on the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Coming out aggressively. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Now on second down. They're going to test the right side with this one. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. He's looking for an open man on second down. Catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so... Quarterback, just get himself into the game. Get himself established. You make it... Lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Tigers offense will get the ball for the first time. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than a game like this. When you've got two studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the
Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
It's so disappointing for the offense.
We'll hang on on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The Aggies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So Missouri will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's going to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Henderson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. Off play action. Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Texas A&M going quickly. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterback sacks is a trend that this offense would like to put an end to pretty quick. Somehow they were able to win their last game out, even though they gave up 4 sacks in that one. That was a
touchdown, Aggies! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Oh, they block it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Makes the catch. It's Coates. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Still running at the 40. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now 2nd and 10.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Offense in a split backfield. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll throw it on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Green. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. He's looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Finds his target down the middle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under could have been worse. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. The snap sets up the throw. Got it! On the defense, shoves him out of bounds at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting and come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. These corners backing off a bit. Complete to start this drive. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Shakes off the defender. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback and his intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Boots his first of the day away, was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Aggies. And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Going over the top. And he hauls it in at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And they're going to try to convert on fourth down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on fourth down. First down for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
With the catch, it's Hill. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got a man. It's Green.
The pass on second down. Caught.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in College Station. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
And the Aggies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Curry. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Takes it the other way.